Ah, that's right. Today we're beginning spoken. Welcome back to our favorite ASMR Bedtime Stories series. I think this is part 5 maybe, or part 6. Today we're going to do 75 rockin' world records. It's going to be totally awesome. So, before we get started, just in case you fall asleep, please make sure you like and subscribe, etc., etc. And if you do fall asleep, I hope you have some good sugar dreams. But I'm going to start out this first half of the reading today in a soft-spoken voice. And so it'll be actually the first third. I'm going to read this first page in a soft-spoken voice, and then the second page I'm going to read in a regular whisper. So hopefully I can lull you to sleep. I also wanted to give a pretty quick update about the weight loss journey. I unfortunately contracted norovirus this week, which in some ways was the most awful thing ever, as being sick often is, but also gave me an opportunity to really get some rest, which I probably needed a lot. I do tend to burn the candle at both ends. But I was able to get to the gym like fully 3 times this week, I think. 3? I went Monday, I went Tuesday, was sick on Tuesday, sick on Wednesday, did not go on Thursday, and I went yesterday, so 3 times this week. And so that's a great start. I feel really great about it. The eating, after I was sick, I couldn't eat anything at all on Tuesday, and then very little on Wednesday. I don't remember a whole lot about Thursday. But I did cheat a little, and I did stop by Taco Bell on my way home from the office yesterday, and it wasn't too awful. Like, I had the chips and cheese and then a potato soft taco, which I think is probably around like 400 and some calories, but maybe a little more. I didn't actually check, and I feel real bad about that because usually I check, but I think I fell prey to some pretty slick advertising as I listened to the Distractible podcast on my way back and forth to the office when I have to go in. And I happened to hear them they were sponsored by Taco Bell. So on my way to the office, I heard a Taco Bell ad because I kind of listened from the middle of one episode into the middle of the next episode, and I managed to catch like both of the big ad blocks. And so I was hearing about Taco Bell on my way to the office. On my way home from the office, they came on and did another Taco Bell, and I happened to be passing, like, on the highway. They have those signs that says like food at exit, whatever, and I saw the Taco Bell sign at the same time I was listening to the Taco Bell commercial, and I was like, okay, could really use some chips and cheese. But the worst part about it is they gave me 2 tacos. I guess they just messed up the order and put 2 of them in the bag because they didn't charge me for 2 of them. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. But at any rate, I was not expecting 2 tacos, and I got 2 tacos, and I ate half of each of them, maybe a little bit more than half of each of them, so who knows? It's this kind of mistake that you're not supposed to make when you're doing this, because, I don't know how many calories I took in, and that's depressing, but Kirby always says. You can try and fail. Oh no, wait. You can start late, start over, try and fail, and still succeed. I think that's it. I will have to show you guys that. I printed it out for my son, but every time now that he fails at something because he's a terrible perfectionist, so I'll just tell him, you know what Kirby always says. I don't even think it was like Kirby doesn't talk, so Kirby never said that, but it's a little meme and I like it. Anyway, enough about my boring crap. Let's get you tucked in and put to sleep, shall we? Fact number 1. Earth's brightest and most colorful aurora borealis was seen as far south as Australia on September 2nd, 1859. Now, we've been having a lot of really intense northern lights lately, but I do not think they have reached quite as far as Australia yet. Nanga Parbat. I know I'm butchering that. A mountain in the Himalaya is believed to grow by 0.3 to 0.4 inches or 8 to 10 millimeters each year. That's more than any other mountain. I did not realize that mountains grew. Black swifts are considered North America's most mysterious bird because they nest on steep, wet cliffs and fly high while migrating, making them almost impossible to study. Krubera Cave in the country of Georgia is the deepest in the world. That's the country of Georgia, not the state. So far, people have descended 7,188 feet, which is 2,191 meters, but have not hit the bottom yet. The stinky rafflesia. The stinky rafflesia is the world's heaviest flower, weighing up to 22 pounds. That is a big flower. I'm going to Google that later. The springbok, a type of African antelope, wins the long jump medal in the animal world and can leap as far as 50 feet. The world's most luminous insect is the fire beetle, a tropical relative of the firefly in your backyard. The Rubik's Cube, with sales of over 350 million since 1980, is the best-selling toy of all time. Sloths are the world's slowest moving animal. It can take them more than a day to move from one tree to another. Sloth is my spirit animal. Baseball's longest game, played between the Rochester Red Wings and the Pawtucket Red Sox, lasted a record 33 innings and took more than 8 hours over 2 days to complete. What the rules are about that? You'd think at some point they would just call it a tie. The coco de mer, also known as the sea coconut, is the world's largest seed. Bamboo, a favorite food of pandas, is the fastest growing plant. One species grows almost 4 feet in a day. A giant sequoia named General Sherman is the world's largest tree by volume. Just the trunk measures 52,500 cubic feet, or 1,487 cubic meters. That's equal to the amount of cement in 138 cement mixers. Did you guys hear about that tree? It's like this old historic tree by Hadrian's Wall in England, I think. I think it's England. But like somebody cut it down. It was like ancient. But like the thing that really disturbs me is like this totally sweet guy who lives out there like went out the next day and planted a new tree to try to like, hey, let's regrow the old tree. I thought it was sweet, but he got arrested. It's so sad. Look carefully. You know what? I think that was probably fake news. Come to think of it, I don't recall they say that he got arrested. I do know that they dug the tree back up, and I do know they said that it's illegal to plant a tree there, but I don't know that he got arrested, so do your own research. But still, I think it's really sad that he went out there and planted that tree. I thought that was very, very sweet, and then they pulled it up. Look carefully the next time you swat at a fly. It might be the robo-fly, the world's smallest robot, buzzing by. And again, remember, this was written in 2012, so that may no longer be accurate. Blue whales are the largest animals on the planet, so large that 50 people could stand together on the tongue of one adult whale. 50 people. It's a lot of people. I don't think I could put 50 people in my kitchen. So blue whale's tongue is bigger than my kitchen. Don't drive over the Weihe Grand Bridge in China. Weihe? I don't speak Chinese. If you're low on gas. Just shy of 50 miles is the longest bridge in the world. What's under the bridge? Is it like 8 inches off the ground? And it's just across some regular grass. Like if you jumped off that bridge, would you even twist your ankle? Is it over water? A swamp? I have to know more. Worldwide land surface temperatures from June 2012 through August 2012 were the hottest ever recorded, with nearly 52 record high temperature days. More and more, I am starting to realize how outdated this book is. The world's smallest snake, the tiny Barbados thread snake, is as thin as spaghetti and averages only 4 inches in length. I have to have one. Can I do that? Can I import tiny snakes from Barbados to keep as pet? I don't know. Probably not. A banya tree in Howrah, India holds the record for the tree with the largest crown. Its top measures 270 acres, or 109 HA, an area big enough to fit about 115 standard Walmarts. What the crap? That's like mind-bogglingly huge. The world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, holds 100 world records, including the world's highest swimming pool. It is on level 76, more than 853 feet above the ground. The year 2012 was the warmest on record for the United States. The average temperature for the whole year for the lower 48 states was 55.3 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius. Do your own research. The Great Wall of China, which once stretched for 13,170 miles or 21,194 kilometers, has held the record for the longest man-made structure in the world for over 1,000 years. Cheetahs can run 70 miles per hour. That's 113 kilometers per hour, faster than any other mammal on the planet. So now we're going to switch over and we're going to read the remainder of these facts in a whisper voice. Whisper, whisper, whisper voice. The Pacific Ocean, at over 65 million square miles, or 168 million kilometers squared, is the world's largest ocean. Let's tilt the mic forward a little bit so I'm easier to hear. Not too Some of them were awarded after his death. Korean pop singer Psy's YouTube video Gangnam Style has had over 1.5 trillion views, making it the most watched video as of 2012. Let's make this the most watched video. Maybe we can get in a 5,000 facts book. Not likely. National Geographic Kids set a record in 2011 for the most people doing jumping jacks, 300,265, including First Lady Michelle Obama. The youngest person to act as president of a country is 5-year-old Ruslan from Romania. During his one day in office, he signed a presidential decree for children's rights. Tokyo, Japan, with over 37 million people, holds the world record for the most populous metropolitan area. Big Jake, a 9-year-old Belgian gelding, is the tallest living horse, measuring close to 7 feet or 2 meters tall at the shoulder. China's South China Mall, the largest in the world, has the theme park with a land and water rides, a replica of France's Arc de Triomphe. Right? Am I saying that right? And over 1,000 shops. I took French in high school. I should know how to pronounce that, but I feel like I'm stumbling on it. You'll need to crack open your piggy bank to pay for the world's most expensive ice cream sundae. It sells for $1,000 at Serendipity 3 in New York City, USA. Serendipity 3 also has the world's most expensive burger. It's made with Wagyu beef, truffle butter, a gourmet salt known as salouche, a golden flaked bun, and Montgomery cheddar cheese, and it sells for $295. The most expensive chocolate in the world, Chocopology by Nipschild, won't end up in your Halloween stash. A dark chocolate truffle costs $250. Indonesia is made up of more islands than any other country, with over 17,000. So I'm just going to pause here because my brain's been working in the background while I'm reading. I watched a show the other day. It's called maybe Murderville or something like that. It was a hilarious show. Pretty sure I saw it on Netflix. But at any rate, so the main character in the show makes this joke that had me absolutely rolling. And he says that he's moving into a condo and it's amazing, and he's listing off all the amenities they have. And he says, and then they also do naked Sundays. And his scene partner, who was not given a script, so the scene partner is improvising all of this. The scene partner is like, wait, naked Sundays, what is that? And the character looks at him and he's like, well, you know, it's like a normal Sunday, but like without caramel or nuts or whipped cream. So it's really just ice cream. I don't know, that just took me off guard. I was not expecting it, and I thought it was pretty funny. Thought I'd share. The world's largest swimming pool at San Alfonso del Mar Resort in Chile holds 66 million gallons, or 250 million liters, of water. It took 5 years to build and is over 100 yards long. 1,000 yards long. That's a long swimming pool. I'm not sure what the point of that would be. At over $80,000 a night, the Royal Penthouse Suite at the President Wilson Hotel in Geneva, Switzerland, is the most expensive hotel suite. Wow. That's more than I make in a year, folks. And that was in 2012. I can't even imagine how expensive it is right now. Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas and its sister ship, Allure of the Seas, are the world's largest cruise ships. Both are 5 times the size of the Titanic. The world record for the longest lived person is held by Jean Calment, a French woman who died in 1997 at the age of 122. Once you get up to like 122, you start to wonder if maybe somebody's birth certificate had like a typo or something. There's no possible way you can remember all 122 years of your life, so maybe somebody got it wrong somewhere. I forget how old I am constantly, on purpose, but constantly even not on purpose sometimes. With more than 155 million items and 838 miles, which is 1,349 kilometers, of bookshelves, the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., USA is the largest library in the world. Australia's Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef, with almost 3,000 individual reefs and 900 islands. It covers an area larger than Italy. Irv Gordon has set a record by driving his 1996 Volvo 3 million miles, 4,827,900 kilometers. That's like traveling to the moon and back 6 times. The dry valleys in Antarctica are the driest cold place on Earth. Is Paradise the snowiest place on Earth? Paradise Ranger Station on Washington State's Mount Rainier averages over 56 feet or 17 meters of snow each year. Italy's Mount Stromboli, known as the Lighthouse of the Mediterranean, has been blowing its top for at least 2,500 years, making it the world's longest continually erupting volcano. And I am a little ashamed to admit, but will do so anyway. As I'm reading 2,500 years, in my head I thought, why didn't they convert that number to metric for me? This is where my kid would have started singing the theme song from Among Us. Like, Mom, this is pretty messed up. In 2012, the oldest living woman in the world was 116-year-old Misao Okawa, who lives in Japan. Mr. Ashrita Furman holds 167 world records, more than any other person. Rhinoceros beetles are the strongest animals relative to size. They can lift 850 times their own weight. Wear comfy shoes when you visit the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. It's the world's largest research and museum complex with more than 137 million objects. But just to be clear, they need like 7 different buildings to keep all that stuff in, so a lot of the walking shoes part is you have to get from one museum to the other. They're not all right beside each other. National Geographic's Kids magazine holds the record for the most people running 100 meters in a 24-hour period. 30,914 people. And by the way, that's 300 feet. That's interesting that they gave me the metric version first and then the imperial. It's been backwards from that in most of these. Rob Roy Collins escaped from a straitjacket while hanging upside down in a record 1 minute 53 seconds, beating Harry Houdini's record of 2 minutes 37 seconds. The Chinese giant salamander can grow to be 6 feet or 1.8 meters long, making it the largest salamander in the world. Because our planet is more egg-shaped than ball-shaped, the point closest to outer space is Ecuador's Mount Chimborazo at over 20,000 feet or 6,000 meters above sea level. The world's most expensive car is a $3.9 billion Lamborghini Veneno. Never heard of it. Only 3 were ever built, which explains why I've never heard of it. At 70 miles per hour, which is 113 kilometers per hour, El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, USA, has the fastest wooden roller coaster in the world. That is as fast as a cheetah. The steepest wooden coaster in the world is Outlaw Run in Branson, Missouri, USA, with an 81-degree maximum vertical angle. The leggiest critter on record is a millipede that has 750 legs. It lives in California, USA, and is smaller than your pinky finger. The Dubai Eye, set to open in 2015 at the United Arab Emirates, will be the world's largest Ferris wheel, standing at 689 feet or 210 meters tall. Somebody look that up and let me know if it really opened in 2015. This is kind of like reading the future. New Jersey's Six Flags Great Adventure is the largest outdoor theme park in the world. Ferrari World in Dubai is the world's largest indoor theme park. Australia is home to the largest herd of camels in the world, about 750,000 roam wild. You don't think about the camels coming from Australia. I think about them as being like in Egypt or the Middle East, or Africa maybe. Well, I guess Egypt is in Africa, so yeah, Africa. Malaria-carrying female anopheles mosquitoes kill over 1 million people each year, making them the deadliest creature. The world's longest floating boardwalk, the 3,300 foot or 1,006 meter long in Idaho, USA, has pass-throughs for sail and powerboats, a picnic area, and even a marine convenience store. After 72 years, including 15 on the radio, Guiding Light, the world's longest-running scripted program in broadcasting history, was canceled in 2009. Meet the Press, the longest-running TV show of any kind, began broadcasting in 1947. At 4+ miles, 6.4 kilometers, the boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, USA, is the world's longest. I guess that means the world's longest. Oh no, that's much longer than the world's longest floating boardwalk. Britain's Blue Peter, which began in 1958, is the world's longest-running children's TV show. In 2013, 9-year-old Kwafinsani Wallace, I'm sure Okay, hold on a second. This book was written in 2012. Aside from the fact that I've really butchered this kid's name, it says in 2013, this kid became the youngest ever Academy Award nominee for Best Actress. But we established that this book was written in 2012, so how did they know? Interesting. At 2,133 feet, or 650 meters, the world's longest water slide was constructed for a charity event held in New Zealand. It was open for only 2 days. Bumblebee bats, which weigh only bumblebee bats. I love it. Bumblebee bats, bumblebee bats, bumblebee bats, bumblebee bats, bumblebee bats, bumblebee bats. Okay, I'm obsessed with bumblebee bats now. They weigh only about 0.07 ounces, or 2 grams. They hold the record as the world's smallest mammal. I'm sorry, that is they are either super ugly or super cute, but I cannot imagine an animal that weighed as much as only 2 paper clips. That's crazy to me. And they have the best trigger word name ever. Imagine the lunchroom crowds in the world's largest school. City Montessori School in Lucknow, India, has close to 47,000 students. The world's fastest train, the China Bullet Train, goes 302 miles per hour, which is 486 kilometers per hour. At that speed, you could travel between New York City and Washington, D.C. in under an hour. Russia is the biggest country in the world, covering 6,592,850 square miles, or 17,075,400 square kilometers. China, with a population of about 1,400,000,000, has more people than any other country in the world. So that was great, guys. Next time, we will do 35 facts about teeth to chew on. And we have 100 natural disasters, so next one's just gonna have to be kind of short. Sometimes it's hard for me to balance these out so that they have an appropriate number because the pages are, I could do 35, but we've already run kind of long with this one, so next time we'll do 35, and I'll just give you some more updates about my personal life, or teach you something new, or spend more time in between each one making some sort of trigger noise. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this format where I start off soft speaking and then move into whisper. Let me know if that's working for you. And as always, thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me today. It means everything. I hope that you found this relaxing and wonderful,